voices, Bloodrocket Army Spencers. We're playing Mainland, and this may be the last recording for now. I'm not sure. Wait. Bottom drawer. Press key turns a satisfying click and the drawer slides out. Search. Bottom drawer. Inside the drawer is the captain's spyglass. It is not my father's, but it will serve my purpose. I hesitate, feeling a pang of guilt at looting the possessions of a dead man, whom against I bore no ill will. My mind refuses to believe all that's happening. It drags me away from the old habits, waking me each morning in a place that not so long ago lived a proud captain and his crew. The reef holds aloft our failed adventure, yet hidden from all eyes that might be carried under a wandering sail. My first days here I considered whether for my sins the Lord had forbade my entrance into heaven. Had my soul been condemned to wander in purgatory, scoring a broken ship with flagging sails, rotting corpses in her hold? I found it best not to daydream of bright things. As is made clear, it will only pass by trial, undignified, crawling through the mud in tears. After father's death came an agonizing despair. In the depth of my soul, hollowed and inconsolate, I believe Sarah saw the void and was forced to watch me in similar darkness. So I'm here once more, yet where's her gentle touch? September 7th. Recalling the end of our voyage when the squall removed a contingent of sick men from our deck. The captain meanwhile lay on his bed unconscious, the sores on his neck were beginning to fester, and his unskilled caretaker grew afraid he dare not even dress them. I could hardly continue with my hourly sojourns to the porthole window, keeping watch over the violent waves, as hefty helm guided us where God intended, and I, the healthiest of men aboard, quietly awaited my fate beside the dying men. I do ask myself, could I have saved the ship? I find consolation that a ship requires a crew, yet does not ease the guilt of which I've waited there, hiding from the dangers all around me. I wonder that I should be alive while the ship's doctor was one of the first, with many robust men to follow him. I have nights shaken with fear that the disease might yet find me, and others have me writhe in agony until I become a corpse without will. The captain held out for some time, and at a point I permitted myself hope he would regain his health. He commanded all those suffering to move quarters to the lower deck, where they were to remain. Wooden doors proved to be an ineffective barrier, and soon he dropped to his knees on the main deck, afflicted all the same. See, here I am, miraculously cursed. My health is surely not served by exploring the cold, relentless rain, but I must press on to learn of my salvation that lies somewhere on this island. I stand on the ship, broken atop the reef. It is bright today, and her golden monogram shines under the bulwark. I can make passage to the shore from here. Walk ashore. Standing along the strip of coastline where the surf calmly ripples in glistening sheets, the ship is partially concealed by the cliff, appearing as if she moves with a gentle wind in her sails. forever rounding that miserable jetty. I walk along the stretch of rounded stones. The boulders beneath the cliff might be passable to climb now that the tide is out. Inland are the thickets of breadfruit trees. Walk inland. I pass by the thicket of the trees welcoming with a rustling of their canopy, followed by a curtain of heavy dew from the leaves. Much of the land seems to be covered by these groves. One can lose himself more so than roaming the streets of Amsterdam. Once I have already wandered through the jungle and learned to stretch, I might find something more. The half-sown earth is easier to walk in shoes than across wet sand. There are passages into the thicket ahead. Salmon. Crowns. Large fading leaves pointing like dancing. Examine. Jungle floor. Look down, notice an unusual stone. Pick. Stone. I take unusual stone. Stone. The odd stone, larger than the rest here, the size of my palm and perfectly smooth. The surface is so clean that it's difficult to believe that this was created by chance. And so far from the coast, I imagine someone dropped it. Get trees. I get closer to one of the trees and run my fingers against the knotted gray bark. The surface is still damp from the recent weather, and earth near the trunk is matted in soaked leaves. Take off. No. Why can't I get the fruit? Look at wind. Uncommon smells are carried in the breeze somewhere deeper in the island. Canopy blocks the sun rays from reaching the floor. All around me now is the indomitable jungle. I begin making notches on the trunks as I pass, hoping to escape should I become redirected. I must not rely on my instincts alone. I must continue going forward. I'm blockaded by the most dense bramble of vines and saplings. There's a dying tree, its bark fallen away in places so that the wood underneath has begun to desiccate. The ground is littered with fallen leaves, except a small clearing on the ground that stands out ahead of me. Today may turn out to be my best chance to search this place. Look at the dying tree. Perhaps it's some tropical blight. Look at the ground. There are footprints. Who's preceded me? Was it myself? Follow footprints. Far away from my ship, I move along an impassable trail. This is new to me. There are many dying trees, broken at the crown by a high wind, with branches like gnarled fingers of a man, far gone in age and abuse. But there's no end in